Yo, what's good, man? Welcome back to the channel. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification bell. We about to get into this DJ Academics and Adam 22 debate if 6ix9ine fell off and if his career is over. What y'all think in the comments? Is 6ix9ine career over? Or, is he still a king of New York and the king of trolling?
Snitching thing, it's just about the fact that I think it's not really about the snitching thing. It's just about the fact that I think he's quite evidently a bad person. And
there's a lot of bad people in this shit, bro.
Right, but I also have nothing to gain from him because he's washed.
Now, you think. Or do you think he was washed? Because y'all were going at it for a long time. Why do you think he's washed?
I mean, it's over.
This is a good conversation. This is a good conversation.
It's over, right?
I think.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think? Really? But okay, the most recent attempt at a comeback, which he took 2 years off, that was a failure for the most part.
I don't think
right?
it was a failure.
I mean, it might have succeeded in getting some attention. Your podcast was very popular. He puts out a video.
He charted
however many views.
Yo, he charted 84, has no industry support. That's huge for anyone.
I mean, for a nigga to be gone for 2 years, he really was gone though. He wasn't still trolling. Like the nigga was like gone for real for 2 years. So
Corey, who very popular but gets no industry support because of his situation, hasn't charted with a single in a long time. Here's why I think, and that's why I wouldn't go too crazy on whatever you're saying. I think if we're gonna have a falling off argument, he's not consistent. You can't drop one song and disappear for 5 months, especially when that song isn't that big.
Right.
Exactly.
If he was still making noise now, it's like, yo, I'm dropping a follow-up song this time. You would feel like there was momentum.
But it felt like his attempt at coming back out, and he comes out with all these gang members, and he's the only rat that they're jacking. It's like it felt like after
that was a classic clip, right?
Greatest quote of all time. Like that was, I was just talking to Matt Hoffa about that. How did he not tell them that they're not allowed to say that they're only fucking with him for money? Like, that's the one thing that you're not supposed to say as long as I'm having you guys here pretending to be Treyway.
Yeah, I'm going to keep it 100 with you, though. Hey. Yo, I remember when that clip happened, I was just like...
I was watching that. How did that just come out of his mouth?
A conversation? Man, you know how much shit you get for being aligned with them? For example, when he goes quiet, like, you know how many rappers have hit me and be like, yo, I'm so glad you stopped fucking with him. It makes it cooler for me.
Yeah, under 6ix9ine, he has to accept what the fuck he gotta accept. Like, he gotta, whoever go fuck with him, he gotta be like, fuck it, let's ride. You know? Because not too many people fucking with him right now.
To do shit with you now.
Right.
Like, it's radioactive when he's over here constantly dissing mad people and... The next week, I'm supposed to interview 21 Savage or, you know what I mean? Like somebody else who's like maybe quasi connected to a situation and they might not give a fuck, but they're like, I'm going to look weird to other people if I'm with his boy who's also seemingly with him while he's doing all the crazy shit.
But like, think about the fact that he's viewed like that by most of like mainstream rappers. He's viewed as so toxic that you don't want to go sit in the same seat as him. And I will admit,
he's really a good guy though. I'm telling you the truth.
But I mean,
6ix9ine is lost. He's a lost young boy. Nigga got stardom and fame and money too fast. Heavily influenced peer pressure. Now he can change, but it's gonna fuck up his whole career. So he really can't change who the fuck is this persona. How? He's already been told. He already a snitch, right? As people call him. What will it benefit him for try to go straight? It's gonna take a long time to transition. He might not be able to transition from this gangster, this whatever he portraying to this clean cut. Like nigga got tattooed. Like we got to keep the act going.
Just the fact that he's kind of viewed that way, I feel like that's why he doesn't want to come out and release more music, is because look what happens when he drops is that like everything he touched just seems to fucking like go bad or become controversial. Of like, and this is the other thing with him too, is that every time since he got out of jail that he released a music video, it's got less views than the one that came before it. And I mean, he took a 2-year break, and I'm pretty sure that's still the case with his new video. If he keeps dropping, those numbers are going to keep going down to the...
I don't believe that, but you got to think when he first got out of jail, of course, the niggas want to see what he about to say, what he rapping about, what type of time he on. Niggas wouldn't come, I want to see he finna drop a hot song. Niggas was coming to be fucking nosy. You know how your homie get out of jail after 5 years? Niggas could get out, throw a big ass picnic, big ass party first week, everybody checking up on him, showing up. Then slowly but surely, nobody's nowhere around. Motherfuckers is hype. It's hype. That's what shit is based upon nowadays. Hype.
The point where he's going to be looking like a regular ass rapper, and then what happens? Then the mystique that he had built for all those years is just totally gone. Then you're just a regular guy. I mean, for him, like, releasing music is a big ass liability.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I don't co-sign most of his behavior, but I will say I think it's fucked up, and I think it's a bad precedent that the DSPs blackball him.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. It doesn't make that much sense logically. You know, the Tory thing is one thing. You want to take R. Kelly off playlists. I get it.
I don't agree with none of it.
All
I don't agree with
that
none
shit
of
is
it.
all bullshit.
I feel like if you're a DSP, I think what you should do, you should, before slamming your users, and this is on Spotify, but I will say, if you're before slamming your users with these curated podcasts, learn about the user first. Like, if they're
right, delegate. Okay, if this person doesn't listen to R. Kelly, then don't, because it's people who still love R. Kelly's music and him. You know, 6ix9ine, Taurus, people who die hard fans and supporters. So y'all to take these, like academics say, y'all slamming y'all users. Just know if this person still like this artist, okay, push their music to the people they like, that like them. You get what I'm saying?
They're adverse to certain things, put artists that might be associated with those things out of their playlist. But, for example, if I pull up whatever popular Spotify playlist, it shouldn't be the exact same as yours.
Right.
And I think only the record companies kind of force them to do that.
Okay.
But because put like this, if I was in a situation where my girl was, you know, I don't know, like some Amber Heard, Johnny Depp shit, and like anything about, you know, certain type of content might trigger me, just take those songs off or take those artists off.
Right. Like,
but on yours, it's art, it's expression.
I don't think, like, if I own,
Like we have the like on Spotify, you got to dislike, right? Songs certain artists you don't like, you don't want to hear. Yeah, I agree with what Act saying.
Rap Caviar, if I'm putting R. Kelly on there, or like, let's say the R. Kelly shit just happened, like
R. Kelly a legend.
He was a popular musician a month ago, and now everybody knows about all this crazy shit, and you own Rap Caviar. I mean, you're owned by fucking Spotify, right? Like, you want to remain brand safe. You want people to look at your shit. Like, it's so easy for me to see why they would boot R. Kelly off the platform. Now, the Tory thing, it's alleged, so maybe that's a little different. The 6ix9ine thing, though, he didn't even, like, what did he do? He told. Like, that's not really,
and we could talk about
remove him from a platform for telling is kind of weird, right?
No, definitely true.
Yeah.
But let's even talk about the R. Kelly thing. Right? Which, by the way, there's so many creeps and so many weird and people convicted of shit. Like, Tupac was convicted of some really heinous shit. Like, where are we drawing the line? My thing is always like, yo, give us the rules and just make it uniform.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Facts.
That's not being fair if you're only going by the outrage at the moment. If you're going by the charge or the conviction, fine. But everybody with that charge or conviction, treat them accordingly. But that's not the truth. Like, I ain't gonna lie, they kind of have blackballed Chris Brown to a certain extent.
But they're not gonna go playlist somebody who's got 50,000 monthly listeners who just shot his girl in the head, right? Because it's not a big story. Nobody's probably asking them to do it.
But if you're not, if you run a company, right? If you have rules that you only apply to certain people at certain
You're basically like, y'all, like, nigga, this shit, we not in control. Like, we gotta learn, man. This is not our playground, bro. We here for a good time, not a long time. That's why, like, I'm big on ownership. You know, stock market, like, property. You know, your business, own your shit, man. Like, young boy, he could start his own fucking streaming service, his own big ass community. He don't need YouTube at this point. YouTube need him. He don't need Spotify at this point, but they need this nigga. You get what I'm saying? So we need ownership, man. We need ownership. We wouldn't have to worry about none of this shit they talking about.
Times, do you think that
even if 6ix9ine, like, it's just why it's the love Soldier Boy. He built him a community back there in MySpace. All that shit was popping. Like, he had his own community. Why are artists not doing that no more? Discord cool, like, but nigga, make your own fucking app, your own space that you fully 100% control on the internet. Yeah, it might not be as big as a YouTube platform, but you go have direct contact with your supporters, your fans directly with no middleman.
Number one, that would be fair. Number two, you would get respected for it.
It's definitely case by case. Because look, they tried to do that to X and R. Kelly, all this shit back in the day, and then they gave up on the whole thing because of Kendrick. I mean, when the rules are able to be tweaked this easily just because of like one person's outrage versus another person trying to take a stand.
It was like Kendrick that fucking...
Yeah, because Kendrick just weirdly fucked with X. He tweeted his album for no reason out of the blue one day, and then he didn't like publicly take a stand on behalf of X.
He supported
it
though.
Very well reported on that was the whole thing at the time.
Yeah, it's crazy that these days, and I know rappers. I remember when the Migos at one point, right? At one point, they were all in shootouts. And by the way, the reason I was saying this hypocrisy with even the R. Kelly shit, like, I won't have a moral conversation of what's better, like, you know, like rape or murder. They're
Right.
both heinous, right?
Right.
But like, we have no problem with murderers. Like a murderer, to keep it real, a murderer getting playlists. You clap a nigga, you are getting,
you
that's
booming,
like a
nigga,
playlist
going
for life.
K Flock, nobody even thought about taking him off playlist, right?
Yeah, hell no.
Ain't that shit?
And this is a person where we've seen the video.
They support the crime. They support the us taking each other out, my nigga. That's what it is. It ain't got nothing to do with the contrary, the R word. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It's like, that's what sell. Niggas ain't finna, niggas supporting that. Niggas not supporting the other shit. So whatever people are supporting and are for, that's what these big companies go for. Business wise, I guess that makes sense financially. But like, man, dude, come on, it's a fucking game, man. Come on now.
Video of him killing someone basically versus Tory allegedly shot somebody. I mean,
Exactly.
that's like, think about that. That makes no sense. Yeah, it's bugged out.
That
That's
shit
the point where I'm
crazy when you really think
if we
about
have a
it,
moral
bro.
conversation, you start realizing there's no line.
Yeah.
That shit crazy. Well, y'all comment below. Let me know what y'all think, man. Like 6ix9ine done for or what, man? But that's it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell. I'm gonna catch you on the next video.